Hello students. In the last few videos we showed you two ways to multiply a binomial times a binomial. One was called the rectangle method and the other one was called the crab claw, or also known as the FOIL method. Well, it turns out that for some particular binomials, these are called special products, there's actually some shortcuts for arriving at the answer. So what we're going to show you in the next couple of videos is what we call the special products. And we're going to start by looking at just the squaring numbers, because it turns out the special products involve square numbers. So what I'd like you to do right now is to copy out these questions. So stop the video, copy out the questions, and fill in the answers. So go ahead and do that, please. Okay, hopefully you've done it. Let's see how you went. There's the answers to 1 squared up to 12 squared. And there's the answers for 15 squared, 20 squared, etc. Now it turns out these are really useful. So for example, you need to know that 6 squared is 36 without having to use a calculator. And probably more importantly, you need to know that if you see 25, that is actually a square of 5 squared. So you need to know the facts in both directions. What is 4 squared? It's 16, but also that 64 is 8 squared. And for some of the questions, these larger numbers are useful as well. So if you don't know all of those, stop right now and just memorize them. It's going to be useful down the track. Okay, now we're going to introduce this topic. It's called the difference of two squares, by showing you how you can multiply problems like this mentally using the difference of two squares. So I'm going to do the first three and then let you have a go at the last one. So what's so special about this number here is this is 12 minus 1, that's 12 plus 1. And I can actually multiply 12 minus 1 times 12 plus 1 really quickly by just squaring 12, which is 144, and subtracting from that 1 squared, which is the distance from 11 to 12 and 12 to 13. So I've done 12 squared minus 1 squared, and that is 143, which you can check out using your calculator. Similarly, 16 times 14, this is 15 plus 1 times 15 minus 1. So the quick way to multiply that is square 15, which is 225, square 1, which is the difference between 16 and 15 and 14, and that turns out to be 224. What if the difference is a different number than 1? Well, let's look at 17 times 23. That is 20 minus 3 times 20 plus 3. And 20 squared is 400. 3 squared, the distance or the difference between 17 and 20 and 23 is 9. Therefore, that turns out to be 391. Okay, and you have a go, please, at the last one. Okay, well, 28 and 32, 30 is the number halfway between those two. 30 squared is 900, and the difference from 30 to 28 and 30 to 32 is 2, so minus 2 squared, which is 4. Final answer, 896. Okay, in the next video, we're then going to show you how we can actually apply this to multiplying a binomial times a binomial quickly.